In a daring move, Somaliland, a self-declared republic in the Horn of Africa, has offered the United States a strategic military base on its shores, aiming to secure long-sought international recognition. By granting access to the deep-water port of Berbera and promising security cooperation, Somaliland is challenging the status quo and forcing Washington to reconsider its alliances in a region where China's influence is growing. With recent recognition from Ethiopia and Israel, Somaliland is betting that its strategic value is now too great for the world, and especially the U.S., to ignore. Somaliland's coastline sits on the Gulf of Aden, a vital artery for global trade connecting the Indian Ocean to the Mediterranean. Disruptions here send shockwaves through the world economy, making security a top priority for global powers. While Djibouti remains the main military hub, a U.S. base in Berbera would offer Washington a less crowded, more exclusive foothold, reducing reliance on Djibouti's tense, multi-nation environment. Somaliland's offer isn't just about land, it's about controlling a gateway that shapes international events. Somaliland's journey from a British protectorate to a self-governing democracy is marked by resilience and a quest for legitimacy. Unlike war-torn Somalia, Somaliland has built stable institutions and held peaceful elections, yet remains unrecognized due to Africa's reluctance to redraw colonial borders. This diplomatic limbo has stifled its economic growth and global engagement. Now, Somaliland is leveraging its strategic geography, offering the U.S. a base in exchange for the recognition it needs to unlock its future. Somaliland's proposal is clear access to Berbera's modern port and airport, a reliable security partnership and potential mineral riches, all in exchange for U.S. diplomatic recognition. The infrastructure is ready, the security forces are proven, and the minerals are untapped. Recognition from Washington would likely trigger a wave of global acceptance, ending Somaliland's isolation. For the U.S., it's a chance to gain a cost-effective, strategically located partner in a volatile region. This grand bargain could reshape the geopolitical landscape of the Horn of Africa and the Indian Ocean. Somaliland's offer fits perfectly with an America-first mindset. No nation-building, no endless wars, just a straightforward deal. It's a stable, pro-Western democracy that fights extremism and asks only for recognition, not aid. For U.S. leaders, it's a chance to pivot from supporting a fragile Somalia to backing a proven partner. Recognizing Somaliland would be a bold move, challenging old diplomatic norms and delivering a clear strategic win. It's an opportunity to secure American interests with minimal cost and maximum impact. Somaliland's offer comes as U.S.-China rivalry intensifies in Africa, especially after China's military base in Djibouti. A U.S. base in Berbera would counter China's regional ambitions, bracketing the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and complicating Beijing's operations. Somaliland, as a functioning democracy, offers the West a natural partner and a chance to showcase a different model from China's debt-driven approach. With Ethiopia and Israel recognizing Somaliland and talk of an Israeli base, a new pro-Western security axis is emerging. This is a rare chance for the U.S. to turn the tables on China and cement its influence in a critical region. But the risks are real. Recognizing Somaliland would enrage Somalia, possibly ending years of U.S. cooperation and pushing Mogadishu toward rivals like China or Russia. The African Union and many African states would likely condemn the move, fearing it could fuel other secessionist movements. Regional powers like Egypt and Saudi Arabia might see a new, independent Somaliland as a threat, straining U.S. alliances in the Arab world. The Ethiopia-Somaliland port deal has already heightened tensions. U.S. recognition could escalate conflict further. Extremist groups like Al-Shabaab have threatened attacks if Somaliland formalizes Western alliances, making a U.S. base a potential target. Washington must weigh the strategic gain against the risk of regional instability and global precedent. Somaliland's bold gambit is more than a plea for recognition. It's a catalyst for a new geopolitical order in the Horn of Africa and beyond. U.S. recognition could validate Somaliland's decades-long struggle, anchor a new pro-Western bloc, and secure vital sea lanes. But it also risks inflaming regional tensions, challenging the sanctity of post-colonial borders, and inviting conflict. The world faces a choice: cling to the old map, or embrace a new reality shaped by strategic partnerships and shifting alliances. Somaliland's move proves that even unrecognized nations can force global powers to rethink the rules. Whether it succeeds or not, Somaliland has already changed the conversation, reminding us that in geopolitics, boldness can rewrite history.